are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with Yah Mans and them live. You know this shit fire with Yah Mans and them. Shout out to the family that been down with Yah Mans and them live. With Yah Mans and them live. With Yah Mans and them. Go and call in, hit the line with Yah Mans and them live. Go have a good time with Yah Mans and them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's Yah Mans and them. It's Yah Mans and them. It's Yah Mans and them.
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with Yah Mans and them live. You know this shit fire with Yah Mans and them. Shout out to the family that been down with Yah Mans and them live. With Yah Mans and them live. With Yah Mans and them. Go and call in, hit the line with Yah Mans and them live. Go have a good time with Yah Mans and them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's Yah Mans and them. It's Yah Mans and them. It's Yah Mans and them.
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with Yah Mans and them live. You know this shit fire with Yah Mans and them. Shout out to the family that been down with Yah Mans and them live. With Yah Mans and them live. With Yah Mans and them. Go and call in, hit the line with Yah Mans and them live. Go have a good time with Yah Mans and them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's Yah Mans and them. It's Yah Mans and them. It's Yah Mans and them.
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with Yah Mans and them live. You know this shit fire with Yah Mans and them. Shout out to the family that been down with Yah Mans and them live. With Yah Mans and them live. With Yah Mans and them. Go and call in, hit the line with Yah Mans and them live. Go have a good time with Yah Mans and them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's Yah Mans and them. It's Yah Mans and them. It's Yah Mans and them.
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with Yah Mans and them live. You know this shit fire with Yah Mans and them. Shout out to the family that been down with Yah Mans and them live. With Yah Mans and them live. With Yah Mans and them. Go and call in, hit the line with Yah Mans and them live. Go have a good time with Yah Mans and them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's Yah Mans and them. It's Yah Mans and them. It's Yah Mans and them.
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with Yah Mans and them live. You know this shit fire with Yah Mans and them. Shout out to the family that been down with Yah Mans and them live. With Yah Mans and them live. With Yah Mans and them. Go and call in, hit the line with Yah Mans and them live. Go have a good time with Yah Mans and them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's Yah Mans and them. It's Yah Mans and them. It's Yah Mans and them.
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with Yah Mans and them live. You know this shit fire with Yah Mans and them. Shout out to the family that been down with Yah Mans and them live. With Yah Mans and them live. With Yah Mans and them. Go and call in, hit the line with Yah Mans and them live. Go have a good time with Yah Mans and them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's Yah Mans and them. It's Yah Mans and them. It's Yah Mans and them.
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with Yah Mans and them live. You know this shit fire with Yah Mans and them. Shout out to the family that been down with Yah Mans and them live. With Yah Mans and them live. With Yah Mans and them. Go and call in, hit the line with Yah Mans and them live. Go have a good time with Yah Mans and them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's Yah Mans and them. It's Yah Mans and them. It's Yah Mans and them.
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with Yah Mans and them live. You know this shit fire with Yah Mans and them. Shout out to the family that been down with Yah Mans and them live. With Yah Mans and them live. With Yah Mans and them. Go and call in, hit the line with Yah Mans and them live. Go have a good time with Yah Mans and them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's Yah Mans and them. It's Yah Mans and them. It's Yah Mans and them.
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with Yah Mans and them live. You know this shit fire with Yah Mans and them. Shout out to the family that been down with Yah Mans and them live. With Yah Mans and them live. With Yah Mans and them. Go and call in, hit the line with Yah Mans and them live. Go have a good time with Yah Mans and them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's Yah Mans and them. It's Yah Mans and them. It's Yah Mans and them.
You are now watching Yah Mans and them live.
You are now rocking with Yah Mans and them live. You know this shit fire with Yah Mans and them. Shout out to the family that been down with Yah Mans and them live. With Yah Mans and them live. With Yah Mans and them. Go and call in, hit the line with Yah Mans and them live. Go have a good time with Yah Mans and them. We the only ones that wear the crown. It's Yah Mans and them. It's Yah Mans and them. It's Yah Mans and them.
You are now watch your mans in them live.
You are now rocking with your mans in them. You know this shit fire with your mans in them. Shout out to the family that been down with your mans in them. With your mans in them. With your mans in them. Go and call in, hit the line with your mans in them.
We live.
We live. We live right now?
Yes, sir.
They can see us. They can hear us. We live right now.
They can hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't be doing that, bro.
I said we live.
I told you to wait.
I don't know what
I
you was doing.
told
You
you to
started.
wait.
and you stopped.
Yeah, fight.
told you to wait.
Yeah, fight. Fuck that nigga up, Shake.
Wow.
Yeah, I like this.
I like this
How,
shit.
how we getting Drew out of this picture?
I like this.
I remember when I sent you this track?
You forgot.
This shit was hot.
Forgot the Are You Red Pill?
Huh?
Forgot the Are You the? Oh wait. Are You
No,
Red
brother.
Pill?
No.
Are you the red pill?
Are You Red Pill? None of that even makes sense. Both of them don't make sense. Are You Red Pill?
Are we gonna talk about grammar? Yeah. 5, 4,
This nigga can't
3,
read.
2, 1. You are now watching your mans in them live. I'm your man's Gus the Third.
I'm your man's Bello.
Yes, sir. I'm your man's Austin Felix.
It's your boy Kyrie.
And I'm your man Shakespeare in a random studio in Brooklyn, New York. This is your man's and them live.
Live.
Yo, we live.
This is a Reggie Porter.
Oh, he made this?
Yeah.
Oh shit, Reggie made this? This is hard.
Yo, Reggie, you can sample that?
Well, everybody on TikTok doing it
Facts.
somewhat. So, yo, I
hope
forgot
she
her
collecting
name,
Her bag.
but she's talented too.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this was just a random sample. This is actually a.
This is somebody on social media right now. If I can pull up her name, I would, but I can't at the moment because we got a show to do. But shouts outs to her.
Shout out Joanne Lucerio. What up? If you in the chat, let yourself be known. Shout out everybody who's with us today.
Yo.
What up?
It's
Shout
another
out Zay
Wednesday.
in the chat. What up, Zay?
What up, Zay?
Shout out everybody that's here. We got a lovely show in store for you guys. Thank you for coming live and on time to watch a spectacular event. You know, you come on Wednesdays to see us entertain you. Let's do it.
Yeah, bro.
I'm all right.
All right, WBLS.
For
Nigga,
real,
what the fuck is
late-
this?
Late night.
You are now listening to YMATL.
You are now on the late night drive with your man's and them live.
All right, let's.
WBLS.
Kiss FM.
YMATL.
Moderator.
Let's start shooting this shit.
Oh shit. Let's shoot the
Nigga
shit,
over there
y'all.
asleep.
Nah, I'm not
Wake
going
the
to
fuck
sleep.
up.
Let's shoot the shit, y'all. So
Let's get some applause for a second.
yeah, we ain't hit the applause button.
We're not gonna hit the
we
news on
did.
the scroll. I'm sorry.
Let's shoot the shit, y'all. What's going
I
on?
missed one episode. I'm all over the place.
Word.
Damn, he agreed with you.
How do y'all feel about masculine energy?
Masculine energy. How we feel about it?
We had posted a post on Instagram talking about masculine energy when
Yeah.
it came to. We asked women what level of masculine energy would they like in a man.
Like minimum. What's the minimum amount?
What's the minimum? So like, let's say a 1 is a what?
That's
Straight up bitch.
Nah, you can't just say that, bitch. Because if you have one, then you have something, right? I think it's 0. would be
There are
straight up
women
bitch.
with more than one.
One more than 0.
There's women with more than one. See,
That's
Love
true,
Lavender's
you're right.
masculine energy.
You're
See,
right, you're right.
shout out Love Lavender in the chat.
Yeah.
what she say.
That's an aggressive woman. Nah, fuck with you. Nah,
You
fuck with you.
Wow.
Fuck with you. All right, and then 10 being like super macho or whatever.
Deep voice.
Did we get anything on the polls?
Nah, not that I can think. No, we didn't.
No. What level of masculinity you think you are?
I'm probably like. I'm pretty sure I'm like a 10 and a half, 11. I think I give off that vibe.
You think you're above a 10
Yeah.
when it comes to masculine energy? Let us know in the chat if y'all agree with Gus.
Wow.
Is this man a 10 or an 11? Kyrie, what about you?
I guess I'll go with a 5.
You think you a 5?
I really think I'm more than that, but y'all gonna say something different, so
The what?
That's why you get a 5.
I mean, it's
Where's the
true.
confidence?
I know y'all.
Where's the
Oh no,
confidence?
trust me. I tell you, I wake every day. I know I'm the shit, but
Oh.
but
Okay, he's a 6.
+1. Nah, I would say like a 6, 7. Like I'm not like I'm not. I know I'm not like a macho man. Like you know, walk around like.
No.
But like you're not gonna sit here and take advantage of me. You're not gonna make me feel.
No, we mean outside of prison. What do you?
Oh yeah, no, prison I won't go. Prison I won't be there.
Ain't no spitting in the booty. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear about that shit?
No,
Yeah.
no. We're not even
All
going
right.
there.
Yeah,
We're not even going.
That shit was crazy.
heard about
Anyway,
it.
go
Yeah.
ahead.
We're not going there.
We'll talk about it
Why do you
later.
want to go there?
We here.
No.
Yeah, nah. We already here. Austin. We already here.
Where did that come
So
from?
there's a rapper I think online.
Rico Reckless.
Rico Reckless, and he had a video with Vlad TV, and basically he described how in prison.
In Chicago.
In Chicago, if you fought somebody, right? Let's say someone fought you, you got knocked out, or you knocked somebody out. What they would do in the prison is they would pull your pants down,
Come on, man. That's
open your butt
disgusting.
cheeks, and spit in your shit. Spit in it. And that's like the ultimate form of disrespect.
A bunch of niggas came up with that.
The nigga said somebody.
That's what's more disappointing.
He said somebody yells out, "Get that butt!"
Oh, yeah. Get that butt.
That's disgusting.
Yo, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
So you drop from a 1, you drop to a 1 at that point if you get
Nigga, you a 0.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
you get
Yeah, or
What are you thinking of when you're rating yourself? Like what traits?
That's a good question.
I'm thinking about physique, thinking about my voice. I'm thinking about how some people will, what's the word I'm looking for?
Your people's perception.
Yeah, their perception of me, just off an image alone.
I'm thinking of
I know my glasses kind of put my points down sometimes.
yeah, 100%. I'm
Fuck
thinking
you.
I'm thinking
Come on,
of
boys.
like confidence. Wow. I think confidence is something I think of when I think about masculine energy. The willing to take lead, the ability and the willingness to take lead.
Yeah.
Whether you're successful or not, you're still willing to step up and let your voice be heard to try and take lead.
What?
Aggressiveness.
Aggressiveness. I think aggressiveness plays a part in masculine energy. Competitiveness. Competitiveness plays a part.
Intimidation.
competitive plays a big
Intimidation
competitiveness
does
plays
play a
big
part.
But it could be both sides because,
Yeah.
you know, women can be intimidating
Yeah.
too as well.
Do y'all think there could be a such thing as positive masculine energy and negative masculine energy? Because I think intimidation would be something that isn't too heavy on the positive side, right? I think it starts to be on the more of the negative side. This
What you
nigga shake
laughing
is
at, bro?
weak.
Because
Yo,
somebody said Drew got a fixation on butts.
Spitting on butts.
Wow. I tried to talk past it.
I did. I saw it. I was like,
too.
hey, yo.
Yeah, I agree. What was? Did you actually? The last time was a question.
You agree, and you
No, I agree with what he said though. I agree
He
with.
didn't say. He said just there a negative impact,
positive
positive for masculine.
Right. What I was trying to say is I agree with what you said earlier about the character traits of masculine.
We moved past that though.
The as far as negative and positive, I don't think that there's negative and positive. I think that certain masculine traits could just be looked at as bad and certain can be looked at as good, but it's all subjective to like who it's on. Like for example, if someone could walk in the room and be super aggressive and super loud and trying to take charge and everything, one person could see it as like, oh wow, he's actually like a leader, and another person could be like, wow, he's like invasive, like he's trying to he's making me uncomfortable. So
He's
it just
doing too
depends.
much, yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
So ladies in the chat, what is the minimum level of masculine energy that you require from a man that you are interested in? What is the minimum?
Mm-hmm. And ladies also rate
Ladies,
us
yes.
our masculine energy. What
Call
do
it
you think?
out.
What do you think Austin is?
Call
What
it
do you
out.
think
Why are we
Shake
doing
is?
this?
What do you think Drew is? Oh, we could skip Kyrie. What do you think I am? All right, let us know. Anywho,
Why are we skipping Kyrie?
because he was asking
So
why.
while we wait for the responses in the chat,
We-
I want to ask,
Oh,
do y'all care about feminine energy, right? What is your minimum level? Your guys' preferences, obviously this is all subjective, but what is your minimum level of feminine energy that you could tolerate or you know keeps you interested in a woman? I'll start with Shake because he over here awfully quiet.
Cause I'm thinking.
Damn, you out here calling people out now?
I'm calling y'all all out.
Nah, man, you're not. Listen,
Look.
the one thing I will not talk is when somebody call me out. They do that shit at work. I'd be like, I don't know.
All right, what's up, Drew? He not paying attention.
I am minimal. I like feminine women, so I would say about a 7 to 8 in femininity. Why are you cutting me off, nigga? Nah, go ahead. I'm playing with you.
No, keep going.
I say about between a 7 and 8 in femininity. I think I don't like I'm not really attracted to masculine women. My dick don't get hard.
I didn't say masculine. I just said feminine energy.
Yeah, but if you lack the feminine, then you
No,
most likely
it does not mean you because you lack feminine energy doesn't mean you supplement masculine energy. It doesn't
Really?
work that way. I don't think it works that way.
I do.
So because someone is not feminine, that makes them masculine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
By
what else
default.
would they
By
be?
default.
By default, if a guy is
Wow.
not masculine, what is he?
It doesn't make him feminine though. It just means he lacks masculine energy.
And what does that make you?
Neutral.
And we talked about this. So you think wait, before I go there, I'm gonna hold that one. What's the numbers for you guys?
I can't tolerate no more. No, I can't tolerate no less than a 7.
I see how you did that.
No less than a 7.
7
As in,
minimum?
like, I
You could just
prefer.
close it if you need to.
I remember you broke down. You said like it's the difference between you committing to someone, it would be higher, and you just dating. So dating, I wouldn't go no lower than a 6 when it comes to feminine energy, and when it comes to like someone I'm like, okay, I want to get serious with, no lower than a 7. I remember I first said a high 6. Then I was like, nah, might as well be a 7.
6.5.
Yeah, I said a 6.9.
For myself, I thought about it. I was like, I can tolerate short term a 5.
What's short term?
But short term is like somebody just messing around with, like not taking serious, right? But someone I take serious long term, I'm definitely looking 8 around 8.
So what are some traits that you see as feminine?
Caregiving, supportive. I was talking to Gus that I was saying that basically like what I care for is like as a mother, right? Like your feminine energy translates for me, right? How well you could raise a daughter, right? Like your proper mannerisms, you know, how to keep yourself tidy, you know, how to clean up after yourself, hygiene, all of that stuff. I feel like that plays in a part in that translation. That's why I care more about it in the long term.
You don't think masculine women can offer the same?
I didn't say that.
Okay.
Don't try to.
I'm
don't
just
do that.
saying. I'm just asking a question. Do you think masculine women can do the same? Because you said you want someone who's feminine, and you're saying most feminine women have those attributes. Do you think that masculine women could provide the same thing?
I think they can provide the same thing. Do I think they could do it better? Probably not.
Okay, got you. Great answer. Great answer. And I like feminine women for those same things, those same attributes. Shake don't know what the fuck he want.
All right, Kyrie.
Damn, I told you I don't want to be called on. I would say.
Yo, y'all niggas, hold on.
I
Put the applause on again.
I thought it was me. Like nigga said, Austin don't talk.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little shocked.
What?
This nigga
All right,
talking
fuck
shit. I'll play good.
Yeah, I was very interested in you talking. I would say 6. I would say 6.
That's the lowest.
5 is the lowest, but more so 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shit. Y'all love feminine.
Oh yeah, my turn now. So you're not gonna force me to do nothing I don't want to do, brother. I just want to let you know that.
Shut the fuck up.
You know what that means.
Shit, I'm out.
Y'all know what that means. Next topic, though.
Now, I would definitely say that 7-8 range is good. Like, yeah, that's good. I don't really want like a woman that's like OD masculine. That's weird to me.
I don't think any of us do. I don't know. I wouldn't. But I don't mind like a girl, like if we outside doing work, like, you know, or we doing work around the house. I don't mind if she doesn't have a problem getting her hands dirty and helping her around and stuff like that.
This is what I was going back and forth with Kyrie about right here. I was like, first off, let's define what a 10 is. What is a 10 in feminine energy? What is that? When you think about that, what comes up in your head? What pops up? What's an example of a female who's a 10 that's
I think-
popular.
I think high level diva.
High
High
level
maintenance.
diva. High maintenance.
That's what I think of.
Like,
Hold
oh my
that-
God, I broke my nail.
Hold her
Everything
heavy
is-
ass bag that she bought to the mall. Like, what the fuck?
Now, a 10 wouldn't be interested in getting her hands dirty.
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Would an 8 be?
No.
Would a 7 be?
Yeah.
Possibly.
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 Seven.
Not a yeah. Possibly.
Seven is getting introduced into the world.
Yeah, I would say possibly.
What you mean?
They willing to try things, but not like really take it on full.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
All right, because I remember we was talking. We said that a 7 is scared of bugs, but she wouldn't run away. Compared to a 10 probably running down the block because of a roach.
I mean, if I seen a rat, I'm out.
Nah, but it was interesting. Just that small part. How a 7 is so close to a 10, right? Wouldn't you think that a 7 wouldn't even want to get their hands dirty or anything like that? I'm trying to think of something masculine.
I think closer to like a 6.5 and maybe like I would say 6.5. I wouldn't say 7 would like they'll do it if they have to.
Yeah.
But like I'm saying like somebody who's like, yo, I got you. Like let's do it together. That I think that's like like 6.
I want to
6.5.
I want to go back
I mean,
to
Somebody hit the shut the fuck button.
I want to bring it back though, because it seems like what y'all saying, like y'all keep bringing up masculine energy, right? I don't think that feminine energy and masculine energy are a trade-off, right? Like if I consider myself as a masculine man, right, and one of my traits that I believe makes me that is my aggression, right? Because I have that aggression, I feel like that's a plus to my masculinity, right? But I don't think that if I lack aggression, it makes me feminine.
I agree with you.
I don't agree.
That does like how does that give off feminine energy? Like
Because being passive and docile is most of the time that's a feminine trait. Most women are more.
Here you go with
most
the most women.
feminine women are more passive. Am I lying?
We don't have
They're
facts.
more chill. I'm talking about experience and your experience.
most feminine,
They're
women
more
are
chill.
passive.
They're more likely to like let things go by. They're not as aggressive. Like if a man, let's say someone does something that he doesn't like and he doesn't speak up about it.
I don't think that makes him less masculine.
I
though.
do.
I think maybe it's not a prerogative for him, but I don't think that person not speaking up is less masculine because maybe he's not gonna let you take advantage of him in different ways.
Yeah, like I see it as like yes, you could give it points to being less masculine, but that doesn't mean you give it points of being feminine.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I don't think they're trade-offs.
I think it's a default thing. I think if you're not one, then you're most likely the other.
Mm.
That's my opinion.
You agree, Shake?
Yo,
Shake
Shake is
was-
fucking hot.
Shake
yo.
was-
Let me get into some of these comments.
He said.
Let me get into some of these comments. One Eye Skull says, as a bisexual dude, I like a feminine guy. For y'all's sake, I ain't ratting. Reggie Porter said, whoa, what? Love Lavender says, yeah, y'all. Wait, no, that's not it. She says, I truly masculine man can bring out the feminine energy in any woman. A truly masculine man can bring the feminine energy out in any woman. Actually, that's a little too general. I believe a truly masculine man can bring out the feminine energy in me and women who are like me. And Reggie says, if a man told you I'm only masculine if you're feminine enough to bring it out of me, you'll look at that man like, what the fuck? Love Lavender says, no, I won't. I'll just leave him where he is and find somebody else. She says, I feel like today's world, women do have to have a sense of masculine energy just to survive and make a living because we support ourselves in so many ways, especially financially.
Love Lavender, why do you think you're masculine? I'm just asking.
Okay, let her answer.
Why does she think she's masculine?
I think she just kind of said it. She said that because she's on her own and she has to support herself, you kind of adopt masculine traits.
That doesn't
And
make you
That doesn't make you
masculine.
masculine.
I
Maybe
think-
she's just independent.
What I come to find is that most women who do live on their own and they have to fend for themselves, they usually adopt a more assertive attitude because they have to get shit done on their own.
Yeah, assertive and
Does
masculine.
that make them less feminine? So you're saying that women who live on their own are less feminine?
They adopt less feminine traits, yeah.
So they're less feminine.
Wait, time
They
out.
have to get shit done, like paying the rent, shit like that. Like
So
living
what
are they
less
supposed to
feminine.
do?
Wait, so living
Because she lives on her own.
living with your parents balances that out?
Not living with your parents, but what I'm saying is that if they have to fight for what they're getting on their own by themselves, usually that's more. That's more.
And
of a
that makes
masculine
them
Wait, what's the
less
fight
feminine,
though?
right? That's what you're saying.
What's the fight? Going to work?
Yeah, going to work, paying
Going to
all
work
the-
is a fight?
fight going to
paying
work.
all your bills.
So being an adult is a fight.
yeah.
For who?
Yo, Drew's out here. I don't know, bro.
Being an adult is a fight?
Look, this is just what women tell me. Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm sorry.
They don't say it's masculine, but they do adopt those
Listen,
qualities.
I get what you're saying, but I'm sorry. I don't think being a grown ass adult and taking care of yourself is a fight. It's something you have to do. It's not no fight.
It might be a fight.
For who?
It's a struggle.
Shit, don't you wake up?
Everybody
and be like,
struggle.
"Damn, I don't want to go to work.
Yeah.
Everybody struggles with that until they find their way.
That's not a masculine or feminine. That's I don't want to go to fucking work.
Yeah.
Reggie says assertiveness is a masculine trait. That's non-debatable.
I think
you,
there's a
Reggie.
debate in everything
What?
you say.
Thank you, Reggie.
Anybody could be assertive.
True, exactly.
Assertiveness doesn't have a sex.
Yeah, but it doesn't. But the trait of being assertive is more so.
There are
masculine
assertive women who put out there what they want. That doesn't make them less feminine. That just means they're assertive about what they
It
want.
means that they're very
Fucking
upfront.
SpongeBob was assertive at one point on the show. That didn't make him any less of a fucking sponge. He was
I mean, well, we didn't know if he was masculine or feminine.
I'm sorry. What?
Why did you say SpongeBob?
because there was an
That's the worst
episode. It was an episode where he was.
Yo, you had a point.
Can I talk?
You had a whole point.
You lost me at SpongeBob, brother.
Can I?
That
Can
nigga
I?
was the mom.
Him
in
and
the-
Patrick
in
was
the-
co-parenting.
Yeah, he was the mom.
Yo,
This nigga had curlers in his hair.
you lost me.
You've been lost.
Let me. I know you're not talking.
I know you're not talking.
Let me ask you a question.
ask me.
So
What chops your cheese?
now,
You bitch, shut
before
up.
we get into
Go
that,
ahead.
before we get into
Watch
that,
your fucking mouth, nigga.
Before
Before we
we
can
get
fight
into that.
right now on cam. You heard?
Masculine points went up 4.
Sorry, I don't speak bitchinese. Anyway, go ahead.
So take the headphones off so you can stop hearing yourself.
Just heard you. Anyway, go ahead.
Bitch. All right.
all right. Let's say you meet a girl, right? She's been living on her own her whole life. She's been doing things her own way, right? She's assertive. She adopted like a dominant character trait because of the life she's been through. Everything she got on her own. Nobody can tell her nothing. You come into her life, she keeps that same attitude. You can't tell her nothing. You can't, guide on what to do. She's doing things her way because that's how life was for her. That's just how she knows it. She's not willing to adopt you into her life. Is that a problem for you? Are you okay with just her being the way she is because that's how she was brought up?
No, I wouldn't want her to be like that after getting with me. Some would have to change, of course,
Why wouldn't you want her to be like that?
because there's no need for you to be stuck in your ways. Like if you got it on your own, I get it. You had to be assertive at some point, but now it's like, okay, you finally put what you wanted out there, and you got somebody that's in your life now. Now, if you want to continue on that path, you don't need me.
I disagree. I think people can be independent and still.
Somebody could be independent in a relationship with you.
Yeah, you looking at someone who's like that.
All right, you're independent, but he said somebody that was stuck in their ways.
Oh, okay.
That's something different.
I thought
You being able to function on your own is different than somebody who's not willing to change once they get into a relationship.
But changing what aspect though?
Like, my thing is, if you keep showing that you don't need somebody, like, oh, I could do this on my own, I don't. That's different.
I got a question though.
Mm-hmm.
In a relationship, are you with somebody because you need them or because you want them?
Because I want them.
Okay,
But in the midst of a relationship, of course, you don't want to feel like you can't do anything. Like if you in a relationship with your girl, right? And every time you try to do something for her, she's like, no, I got it. No, I got it. No, I got it. Like, oh, I don't need you to do it. No, I got it. At some point, you want to feel like, okay, what am I doing here?
I feel like I serve my purpose in different ways.
But if she keeps telling you, all right, say you try to have sex with her, right? And she tell you, no, I got it.
What she got?
All right, no.
You want to see it?
No, I'm trying to. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. I don't understand that analogy. Like I don't get it. Like
I'm just saying,
I don't
if every
understand
time
what-
you try to do something, say she was outside with the groceries and you try to help her, she's like, no, I got it. And then you try to help her pack it and she's like, no, I got it. And every time she was just telling you that she doesn't need your help.
what I would do is I won't help her. At some point, she's gonna come to me and ask me for help.
That's what you think?
Trust me, I'm telling you by experience.
That's what you think.
That's not what I don't know. I don't feel offended because I'm an independent person. So for me, I'm self-reliant. So if somebody else is self-reliant, I don't take it as an offense. I don't feel like I'm not needed in a relationship because there's so many different ways you can impact somebody.
But you feel like you're needed, right?
I don't ever feel like I'm needed. I don't base my relationship off need.
But does your wife?
No, she doesn't need me.
Your wife doesn't. Your wife does need you. So your wife relies on you for nothing.
I mean, we rely on each other. It's a
Okay,
teamwork
so
type
at
thing.
some point you were needed.
I don't. But okay,
I like to feel needed in my relationship.
Thank
I don't
you.
need to feel needed. So that's why I guess
I don't
differ.
need to, but I like it.
Okay,
like I like
that's
when
fine.
she called me and tell me, "Hey, babe, I got a flat tire. Come fix it for me." I'm like, "Okay."
That's different. Yeah, like
I
I
would
would
change a flat tire.
Nigga, yes. The fuck?
You know how to change it?
I'm a handyman.
I don't see it, but go ahead.
Nah, I hear you. But I guess my perspective is like, I never want somebody because when it comes to need, sometimes people take it too literal and they depend on you for everything. And I don't ever want that. I always want somebody that wants to be with me because it makes me feel much better than to sit there and say, "Oh, I need you." Like to me, it starts to feel like a possession type thing. Like, "Oh, I need you. I need you." I need you.
And that's not what I mean.
No, I know. I'm just telling you my perspective of it, which is why I'd rather say somebody, I want to be with you because I like you for who you are. I want to be in that relationship. I see the want to be, not because I need. I don't want to feel like they have to need me for everything. That's what I'm saying.
All right, so let's read these comments and we're gonna move on to the next segment. Reggie Porter says, "Men don't care about dying alone. It's y'all that want
That's
the
not
security.
true.
It's y'all that want the security of a relationship. Men don't necessarily need a relationship to be fulfilled." Love Lavender says, "I was
Whole
literally."
conversation in the chat.
She said, "I was literally in that situation not too long ago, dating somebody who was doing nothing for me, and I was miserable. Now I'm single, and I've never been more at peace. And I know it won't last forever. That's why I'm not in a rush." She also says, "I think y'all care a whole lot about dying alone because y'all always try to throw that at us. Men say that should weigh more than any woman I've ever heard say it. It's the projection for me." All right, moving on.
Well, Isaiah just said something.
Where? I don't see it.
If I'm not needed for anything, why the fuck am I there in the first place?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
Reggie said bingo.
I agree. I agree.
Because she wants you, nigga. That's why.
Yeah, but a guy should. Most men wouldn't want to feel needed, in my opinion.
I like that way you preface in your opinion.
Yeah, because I know you're gonna jump in with like, "Oh, that's not the facts.
I don't need to be needed. I want
to be needed."
I want to want.
That's just me.
Hit the camera, Austin.
So you rather a girl say, "I need you," instead of
No,
"I
no,
want
she
you."
don't have to say I need you.
No, I'm just
but
saying.
her actions will
Which
show
one?
me.
Pick
I
one.
want her actions
No,
will show me.
no.
I'm
Pick
I'm
one.
telling
No,
you,
no, no.
her actions will show me.
You got to pick one, bro.
You gotta
Pick
pick
what?
one.
Stop being PC. Pick an
You
answer.
want
you want
her to say.
I just told you I don't want her to say it.
Hold on. Would you rather her wanting you or needing you?
He said that he wants her to need him.
I don't care if she wants or needs me.
Nigga,
I want her to. I don't care. I want her to show me that. I want her actions to show me that she needs me. She could not. She could be able to open the jar herself. I want her to give me the jar and I open it for
So
her.
you want her to need you?
You know what time it is?
I don't care if she needs me or wants me.
You know what
Yo,
time
you
it
pulling
is?
a Gus right now.
Shut the fuck
Because
up.
that
You know what time it is? It's time to chop some cheese.
There you go.
Wait, before we do it, Isaiah says women need men in a relationship for something. If they didn't, they wouldn't be in the relationship. I agree with that. I agree with that.
and that's a cue to move on.
All right.
You know what chops my cheese?
Okay. Straight to it.
Oh, you're
All right.
going first?
Oh, you a straight
Yeah,
shooter.
I'm going first.
Tell my nigga, do you change tires? Fuck out of here. Talking about you don't see me changing tires. What the fuck you talking about?
The Bucks won.
Like I
Huh?
don't change
The Bucks
tires.
won.
Like I don't change tires.
Okay, what chopped your cheese, Austin?
You know what chops my cheese?
No, we don't. What is it?
Women that want men that don't have jobs. I know that sounds crazy, right? But I saw this clip, and this girl was talking about wanting a man that doesn't have a job. She wants a man who's an entrepreneur.
Can we play the clip? You got it.
What's that static?
Don't do that.
Women wanting an entrepreneur. She wants a guy that doesn't have a job.
Hard in this economy, right? And it's especially
That's not
hard
it.
to a segment we like to call So They Say. We talked about it.
So what did you send me?
It wasn't that. I'm about to send it to you
All
right
right,
now.
let me just explain it. How about that? That's fine. We don't need to listen to her anyways, because she was getting
The audience do.
She was getting me tight.
So let her get it. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
What was you about to say?
Ha!
Cut
Anyways,
yourself.
her explanation, her reasoning in a lump sum behind wanting a man who doesn't have a job and is an entrepreneur, because she believes that it gives them the flexibility to be spontaneous,
I got a job.
to take trips whenever they want to.
Yes.
No. We don't need that. We don't need that.
The reason why I cannot feel
She laughing.
She said it as a, like it was like an option. Like
no, it's not an option, and that's what I was gonna say. Rule respect to your girlfriend. That's not what I
she's
mean.
not gonna take it personal.
Yeah,
she
don't-
know
I
we
Can't
working.
take nobody that got a job either. That's why I said I would.
Why
I don't
not,
want
though?
nobody with a job because
Because
if-
we want to go to Jamaica
Yeah.
to see your girl's family, and you
it's-
can't because
it
you
is
got to
not-
go
did
to your.
that.
when it comes
But you can't
to-
tell them like, oh, I gotta go to Jamaica tomorrow.
True.
Like you
I don't
gotta.
have to.
No, but when it
So
comes
you could just
to-
leave your job
I mean,
anytime. Like you told us we had to push the time back because you didn't get off work till a certain
Yo, the
time.
fact
Like
that
that
they
already
put
is
him out
like a
that is
hassle.
crazy.
okay.
No, but
That's a red flag?
for me, no,
Not a red
it's
flag.
not a red flag. But for me personally, because I know when a lot of people say, "Oh,
All right, listen. What Choppz My Cheese is that mindset. That mindset.
Pause it.
I know, but listen, that mindset that because you're an entrepreneur,
Entrepreneur.
entrepreneur,
Oh, I thought you said entrepreneur.
that you can get up and just go wherever you want and take off whenever you want, right? From my understanding, if you're an entrepreneur, you're working most of the time. Like you're busting your ass to start a business, to start multiple businesses, to do research. Like you don't have that room for play,
Yep.
right? Unless you're an established entrepreneur
Yep.
who has that cash flow already, right? Like that's a different story. But
Yeah.
but even on that level, it's like, yeah, there's a schedule you still have to work around.
Right.
Like I can't tend to you right away, or I can't just take spontaneous trips because you can right now, or you have the time. There's still a conflict of schedules,
Right.
and entrepreneurs have just as hard schedules as someone who has a regular job.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's
I don't.
Choppz My
People don't
Cheese.
understand. Like entrepreneurs work 2 working days per day. Like like you know how someone works a 9 to 5. Entrepreneurs are working from 9 to fucking 9 or 9 to 10 or 11.
But-
like they're working. A lot of them are working a lot.
This is not to combat you chop my cheese, but in the video she did say like she also understands that as well. She understands that maybe a week or 2 straight she may be working crazy, but she could afford, because she worked those 2 weeks straight, to have a week or 2 off.
So,
But that doesn't that depend on the success of the business?
and that's where I'm about to get to.
Of
All
course.
You
I'm
got to
gonna
put
read-
in that work.
I'm gonna read
Yeah.
something. According
Yes,
to
the
data
facts.
from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, approximately 20% of small businesses fail within the first year. By the second year, 30% of businesses have failed. By the end of the 5th year, only half will have failed, and by the end of the decade, only 30% of businesses remain, a 70% failure rate.
And
So
that's not
you're
even
gonna-
saying. That's not even talking about like I'm sure they're talking about businesses that are making like 6 figures and shit like that. That's not even. That's not even
six
talking
fig-
about that.
Because most entrepreneurs don't even. Most of them don't even break even. I
Right.
mean, most of them break even. Some of them don't even get a profit in the first couple years.
Facts. You can make a profit of 30K for the year.
exactly. Like
Starting off like.
There's this TikTok, right? It's a TikTok sound that's like viral, and it's like I didn't want to work a 9 to 5, so I quit my job, started my own business. Now I work 24/7, which is true.
Yeah.
Like you have to put in more time and more work to run shit. Like it's not. There's no like happy go lucky. I could go wherever I want, and then if I do go, right? Let's say I do have that flexibility where I can get shit done on a laptop, and I can fly to Jamaica, right? But I'm sitting in Jamaica in my hotel room on my
The
laptop.
whole time. Yep.
Yeah.
You on poolside, I'm just here.
So really what Choppz Your Cheese is also the fantasy of what an entrepreneur is.
Exactly.
They fantasize that lifestyle when it's not really, or sunrises and
You got to put in that work.
margaritas.
Did you
and
know
shit
that
on it.
a lot of entrepreneurs start at 40 years old?
Shit,
60%
I'm
of
not
people
surprised by
who
that.
start small businesses are in the
I'm
age
not
of
surprised
40
by
to
that.
60.
That's a
So the people who
Snapple fact.
are young talking about entrepreneurship, like I feel like because what you see on Instagram, you believe that everybody's an entrepreneur and really factually, a lot of people are our age are entrepreneurs, and factually that's incorrect.
Those are the ones that's selling the courses that don't work for nobody.
Those are the ones that's saying that they're entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And they sell you a course, and then you buy the course and think you're about to make millions, and it doesn't happen for you.
I got another stat.
Term that was used.
I got another stat.
I mean, you could call yourself an entrepreneur because you have a business doesn't mean it's successful. So
the average founder salary is estimated to be less than $50,000 per year.
Average family for entrepreneurs. Founders
salary is less than $50,000 per year.
Oh, interesting.
To be less than $50,000 a year.
I don't care. I don't mind anybody having a preference, but I think the whole idea around it, like you said, is kind of just it's not accurate. You know,
I mean, she got her preference, but listen, that idea and that vision that you have, don't let other girls think that that's something that's
get you a nigga that drive Uber, nigga. He could take off whenever he want.
Facts.
Pull up to your crib in between trips, right? No, all right.
Take you on a trip. Where you want to go? Anywhere in the tri-state area.
You got a 9 to 5.
How romantic is it for you to have your girl in the car with you while you doing Uber? That's romantic as fuck.
I don't think you could do that.
Unless that car is a luxury car, that shit ain't a good idea.
Unless you're doing Uber Eats.
All right, chop my cheese. We got another chop my cheese.
You know what chops my cheese?
Hit that button, shake.
We don't.
Hit that button.
We don't have a chop my cheese button.
It's supposed to be the ching 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 ching.
no.
Go ahead.
When people who know they need to heal get in relationships, knowing that they need time to get over their last situation or something that they're going through mentally, or just overall just need like to be with themselves. Like, people be so quick to rush into another situation before they get over the last one that the trauma from the last relationship goes on to the next one. And then that something that could have flourished into a relationship becomes a situationship. And because you're so traumatized, you bring that to your next situation. Then the next one is just an ongoing chain until you get to the age where you realize, damn, am I the problem? And then you finally go get help. But then you got all these bodies that you done, not bodies as in like sexually, but
like people you hurt.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you bleed on people that didn't cut you.
Mm.
You really sit there and you hurt people that didn't hurt you, but they're in like your path of trauma and anger and all types of shit that somebody that you probably was interested in introduced yourself to.
Right.
Welcome yourself into their world, or they welcomed you into their world, and then you go in there and fuck it up.
Yeah.
Instead of taking the time to really sit down with yourself and realize that, the person that hurt you is not them.
Yeah.
So that chops my cheese when you don't take the time to really sit down with yourself or with someone and try to heal.
I agree with that. Self-awareness is key.
Yeah.
I think I got some scars that I need to heal before I get into my next serious relationship.
I think a lot of people
right?
like
I was told I was supposed to go to therapy or some shit.
I need to go to therapy too. You want to go together?
Let's go together.
Let's do it. Therapy bros.
I think a lot of people lack self-awareness.
Yeah, I
Like,
agree.
It really takes. It's really a hard thing for a lot of people to understand. Like, damn, like I gotta look in the mirror and realize like what my flaws are and how to really like. Because some things you can't change, but some things you can work on.
Mhm.
I think working on and taking effort to like realizing it is a big step. But sometimes people who need to heal sometimes don't even know they need to heal. You could say it and they're in their mind like, I'm good. So
Sometimes it's not until you get into a relationship that you realize how fucked up you are.
Yeah.
and the person has to tell you in said relationship.
Right.
And they may have to tell you multiple times.
And if you're hearing it over and over from different people, then you're like, oh shit,
Yeah.
maybe they got a point here,
The self-awareness come when you're in a relationship and then you question like, why did I do that?
Boom. Like or something
Why
happened.
did I react that way?
Or something happened to them the same way the other person reacted, and they finally realized, like, damn.
Zay said Shake about to be the next Kevin Samuels. I'm not gonna lie, I thought you was gonna hit the dog button real quick. The ruff, ruff, ruff.
We have that?
No,
Okay.
we do not. Shout out everybody in the chat. Yo, Love Lavender is going crazy in
For real,
there.
you
It's
better
Love
read her
Lavender
comments
and Reggie
before she go
Porter.
off on us.
Let me read some comments real quick. She says, if you're with a woman who doesn't let you do anything for her, she has been disappointed in so many ways in the past and would rather do for herself before being vulnerable again.
And she needs to heal.
She said, with some people, you just have to do what it is they need, because if you ask them, then they're going to do it themselves.
But do you hear that? You hear how backwards that sounds?
Yeah.
You have to do what they need, or they're just gonna do it themselves. And you might not know what the hell they need.
I got
and
a
in
question.
asking them, they might not give you a response because you're supposed to know.
So I don't think you should supposed to know anything. I hate when people assume you're supposed to read their mind. But I will say patience sometimes is key. I think allowing that person to give them time to open up to you and feel comfortable where they can see by your actions that you're a good person, then they might feel, and by experience, I feel like that works, where they might end up being like, hey, I need you to do this. And then one time they ask you, not fail.
How long?
I don't think there's a time limit on these
There
things.
definitely is a time limit. Because
I mean,
if you're being patient for 3-4 years, I feel like there's okay. So there is a time
But
limit.
I mean,
on
like, I don't think you should be counting in your head. I think you got to really realize when you're fed up.
I'm not saying you sitting here counting, but at the end of the day, you said, a time limit. You gotta be patient, right? How long do I take? You being distant, you being off-putting, hold on.
Yeah.
You being aggressive, to the point where it's turning me off. Because people that are like that tend to push people away because they're so used to doing everything for themselves. They can't take to see somebody either make a mistake on what they would probably be good at because they won't ask for the help. But at the end of the day, if that person is in your life and they want to help you, if there's a certain way you do something, you show that person like, yo, this is how I usually do it. But if I do need your help, this is how I like to do it. It's easier doing that than just being
reactive,
distant, pushing people away. And now nobody's here. That person that was here to help you is now turned off. So now when they get distant, it becomes toxic now. Yo,
Jigga asks if you need a hug.
Jigga, no.
I get what you're saying. I really think it's all about how that person tells you, hey, like, no, I'm good. Like, I feel like if they tell you in a nice and respectful manner, I think it's fine. But I also think, like, it's up to you. Like, how patient can you be? If you realize it's not for you, then it's not for you. You can't force that person to be like, I need you. Okay, I will make sure that I go to you. Like, I feel like for me, like, patience and letting that person open up, it's like a flower. You gotta let it bloom. So letting it bloom.
Why are you laughing?
But can I ask you a question?
You stop making shit up.
I say you can't make this shit up.
Can I ask you a question?
Nigga, you got the white collar shirt, the gold chain.
And they calling me Kevin
Samuels. Your hand
Samuels.
is palmed, and you over here talking about.
All right, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Make
Now, huh?
I said make it quick.
Kids that shut the fuck button.
Don't throw no fucking candy at me, nigga.
No. I'm just looking for. All right, so if you gotta be patient, right? Let the flower bloom, like you said, or whatever the case may be, right?
Yeah.
Now, within taking care of a flower, if we're being patient, we talking about flowers, right? Gotta water it. Gotta tend to it. Make sure it gets sunlight. Does the flower do that on its own, or does it need a helping hand?
Well,
how patient am I gonna be?
Again, I said it's up to you. It's up to you.
Jigga said the man in the white shirt talking too soft. He said raise your masculinity level up a little
That's
bit.
the way I talk, brother. You don't have to like it. Appreciate the comments though.
Spicy.
I had one more question before we move on to news on the scroll, which is next. And the question is, if someone is healing, they verbally say, "Listen, I'm healing," but they're open to starting a relationship.
Yeah.
Would you guys?
Go ahead.
Would you guys?
The crazy part is I'm not, but I'm not even gonna go back and forth with
Niggas
you
ain't
today.
called Kyrie Derek Jackson.
like I'm not.
What
even,
happened to that guy?
I'm not even gonna. Go ahead, guys.
Yeah. If someone that you're interested in is saying that they're currently healing, but they're interested in exploring a relationship with you, is that a turnoff? Is that a red flag, or would you pursue it?
It depends on how bad their situation is. Like if it's to the point where I feel like it's gonna be a detriment to like us being civil, or
Like, how would you know? That's what I'm saying. Like,
I would definitely
would you
ask.
know?
I'm like, what's your healing process? Like, what?
Yeah,
like,
what are you healing
You don't have to
from?
tell me what you're healing from, because especially
tell me.
if we just talking and we just figuring things out, right? I'm not gonna ask you to basically break it down for me. Like, I'll give you respect to have your
He
privacy.
said a relationship. He said
like a
they want to
relationship.
get into a relationship.
I said move things forward. Yeah, whether it's dating or relationship,
Okay.
going to that next step from
I would-
casual
yeah.
to.
I don't think they have to tell you, but I wouldn't force it. I would if you tell me what you're healing from, then cool. But if you don't want to tell me, it's fine. But my thing is, how do you plan on healing? Like, what are you currently doing to heal? Right? Like, are you just letting time burn? Because some people think that just letting time burn is helping heal.
Yeah.
But it's
Time
not.
heals too.
Time heals, but no.
That's not acceptable.
So
Yo.
basically, you are not going to be patient.
I was
Yo,
gonna
I
say-
hate hearing like time heals. Like
But
it's
it does,
true
though.
to
It
it's
does.
true to
It
it.
does.
It heals. Time heals when you taking the steps to heal. So
But sometimes you need to
within
self-reflect though.
that's a part of healing
Time
though.
heals because life goes on. Write that down. Time
That
heals
was trash.
Yeah.
because life goes on.
Ba-bum,
That was
And that's
trash.
the reason why time heals is because you're continuing your life. You're still doing things. You're still
Experiences.
active. You're still
But
working.
that doesn't
you're still
mean the hurt's
meeting
not
people.
still there.
Right, but it's healing you because you're not. It's no longer present in the front of your mind, like
it's not
because
as
you're
fresh.
continuing to live your life.
Bro,
I
that
mean, you
shit-
could live your life, but doesn't
See,
mean
that's
in
why
the
I
back
got
of your head,
I gotta
that
disagree.
shit's not
I gotta
there.
disagree with you on
Yeah.
that one.
Go ahead.
Because
What does they use that carp?
just because it's not present don't mean like it's not gonna be running through your mind at some point.
I agree.
Like something's gonna happen, something could trigger that shit.
Boom.
It takes one thing to trigger it and everything's back to the
And
forefront.
that's what I would ask the shorty. What are your triggers? That way I know.
Is
if
it this
if
nigga?
You react,
Like you.
if you
That's toxic.
if you react a
What's your
certain way,
triggers?
yeah, nah, it's not toxic. Like, what's your triggers? Like, what am I to expect? Like, if you wild out, I don't want to be like, oh, what the fuck is wrong with you? If you wild out, I want to be like, okay, I understand why. It's because you're still in the process. I'm gonna get an apology later.
I'm like, I know how to
later
get her
on,
mad
but
now.
yeah, huh?
I said that's ammunition.
I
know
think-
how to
For
get
me?
her mad now.
For me,
I don't think you gotta. I will say this. I don't think you gotta take on everybody's baggage. I
Alright,
think
cool,
you could
let's
be.
move on.
that's a
Okay,
fact.
you're right.
Yeah, I was about to say hit that shut the fuck up button real quick.
No, you're right. You gotta shut the fuck up.
News on
That's
the
why I asked the
scroll.
question in the first place.
You see how Gus always try to get the question out last right before the end
He
of the
always
topic?
does that. Yeah, he always does
He's
that.
quiet
Yeah.
the whole time, and then at the end, I got a question before we move on.
I like let my host speak first.
Wow.
All right, news on.
But you the one
Wow.
over there suck it. Nah,
News on the scroll.
News on the scroll.
Man, listen. You wanted to talk about Jack Harlow and Kendrick, right? I mean, Jack Harlow and Future.
I think we just want to talk about Jack
We
Harlow.
could talk about it real fast. Real fast. What's up?
Jack
Harlow
I'm
first.
having a hard time talking about Jack Harlow and Future album after Kendrick just dropped, man.
Okay. So what are
I'll
we
say
talking
this
about?
real quick. Jack Harlow's album was cool.
no, it wasn't.
It was
It
cool.
was trash.
I think it was cool.
It was
I think
cool.
it was
I don't think it's like
garbage.
I don't think it's like a 10, but it was.
I give it a
It
6.
beat my expectations.
That nigga rapping like we owe him money.
Yeah, for real.
He is like
Bro,
Yeah,
he got like
he's a little
18
too laxed.
He got like what?
Exactly.
Yes,
That's what I'm saying, like-
It was
I almost
mellow.
fell asleep at
It was
work
mellow.
listening to his album.
It was
it's like oh take what I give you. That's it.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
kind of
like-
like he's rapping like he's already on already. And I mean, he technically is, but
He
he still
is,
has
but it's
a lot
like-
to
Nah,
prove.
he still got a couple
That's
more
it.
albums.
What if
before
that's
he-
his style? If
It's
that's
not-
his
it's
Nah,
not for
bro.
me.
The last album he had, I listened to.
He had an album. I thought this was his first album.
Nah, it's the second.
Second,
Oh.
he had another album. I think this is that sophomore.
Okay.
But-
Sophomore slump.
But the last album, right? I enjoyed. I heard there was a few songs on there I liked, but this one, a lot of the songs that was good was all the features,
Yeah, the feature with Drake. What was it? Churchill.
Yeah.
Churchill something.
and even him rapping on that, I feel like Drake ate the whole track. He was.
Yeah, there's.
Yeah, that verse was.
It was like
If I was him, I would have changed my verse.
You know, they said that Drake
he's mid.
gave Jack Harlow his best verse, and they said white people really do stick together.
Well, he's half white.
I'm done. Yeah, Drake bodied that shit.
All right, so you thought it was cool. I thought it was
Cool. I thought it was cool.
You thought it was trash. You thought
I thought it was
trash.
mid.
I thought it was cool.
It's mid.
It's not something I can't work out to it. But that Future album though, I could work out to that Future album.
Oh yeah, working out wise for sure. I could work out to Future.
I was working out to, the whole thing straight. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Future's album, he's searching for
A wife?
a trending song. Like I feel like his album, like it was just like I wasn't impressed, right? I just felt like it was like every song is like maybe this one could make it into the clubs on a nightly basis. Maybe this one could make it into the clubs on a nightly basis, right? I feel like it was just attempt after attempt after attempt.
So you saying his album's full of singles?
It wasn't even that. It was just.
Yeah, I would say it's kind of full of singles.
It wasn't like you hear albums, right? And then the intro pulls you in some type of way, and then that first song, is either it's gonna be like, oh shit, or it's gonna be like, okay, this is cool.
Hold on, real fast. What album gave you that recently?
Recently, I would say Blast album did that for me.
Okay.
Blast last album,
fire. We
was
didn't talk
on
about
point.
that. I fuck with Blast album.
His last album, the intro was smooth. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't really know what to expect, but it was cool. But then that first song, I was like, oh shit.
It's musical.
The second song, I said, oh shit.
Yeah.
The third song, I said, oh shit again. And it's like it just kept going. And then I say towards the end it got a little but all in all, it was a good project.
Yeah.
I can't say that about Jack Harlow. And it's not because he's white. It's not because he's white.
You know what I
Future?
hate?
What about Future? That's what we're talking about.
Future, I didn't really give it a chance because, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like some Future songs, but I'm not somebody that's going to listen to a whole Future project. I'll listen to a few songs, when I'm in the club, I hear Stick Talk. Oh, it's lit. I ain't got no manners for them sluts.
Dirty Sprite 2 is definitely.
I'm going to stick my thumb in her butt. You know what I'm saying? Like when that come, you know what I'm saying? The March Madness come on, I'm going to fuck with
that's
it.
my shit.
A couple other songs, like, you know what I'm saying?
I fucked with Future hard.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't, there's a few songs I like. Few songs.
I'm going to put it like this. This is exactly what I expected from a Future album.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty much consistently the same shit.
It didn't exceed expectations. And it wasn't trash. It's just, if I were to think what a Future album would sound like, it would sound like that.
I feel personally that Dirty Sprite 2 was his pinnacle.
Oh, for sure. That's his
pinnacle.
That's his
that's his blueprint.
Yeah, that's his blueprint.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yo,
Jack Harlow needs to find his. That's
what's annoying? Is
he
that
got time. He's still young.
He's young.
He's still young.
Do they pay people on Twitter to promote people's album and make it sound like it's better than what it is? You know, the most annoying thing is like you go on when they first release the album and like you see all these people like, yo, this album's fire, and you listen to this shit like, yo, this shit about to be jumping. And you listen, you like, yo, this shit is ass. Like, you go back and like, why these niggas lying? Like,
listen,
wait, what the
people
fuck?
are fans and they're supportive.
But
you can't
I wouldn't be surprised if labels pay people or use like fake pages to put out tweets and post so that they can get it going.
It's all the labels.
Yeah.
It's all
the labels definitely behind that.
How you create a bot page?
I don't know what you need it for.
I know. I'm just curious. Like, how do I never
The
understand
man's
how
of the blob about to go crazy.
Sexy DM for promo.
I never understood how bots create bot pages were created.
Boom.
All
All right, let's get to some of the comments. Isaiah says Future album was a Future album. I agree. Reggie says he actually added more to his verse when Drake sent his in, and that. I mean,
Obviously, it still wasn't.
Yeah, it's like a boy rapping with a man. Like, no, I'm dead ass.
That's literally almost.
It's like a boy rapping with a man.
Like in his verse, he was like cheering Drake on. I'm like,
to me, it's the way he rap. He's like,
he's too cool.
I got about 8-9 figures.
Yeah,
I might just eat some salmon for dinner.
Yeah, it's like that.
I'm like, I don't like.
Yeah.
It's like I don't mind somebody rapping smooth, but it's like, yo, every track you're gonna sound like
I needed
that, bro.
some passion. There was no passion.
Yo,
in
act
the
like you
album.
lost in life before, and I think that's another thing, bro. You got too much privilege. Like, you ain't struggle enough for me. Even Eminem struggled. Drake had a little bit of struggle. He was in a wheelchair. Like this, I need some struggle.
But the thing,
Jack
the
Harlow
beauty,
take things to a new height.
Oh yeah,
the beauty of Drake though is the fact that he can create a struggle. Like his life is probably fantastic, but in his album he'll find a way to show you that he's going through some type of shit.
Yeah.
Even when
that's the beauty of his music.
Even when he came up, like when Drake was coming up, he used to speak about certain things that may have been a struggle for him, not necessarily for me,
right?
But for him. So, but at least he spoke on it. But
and it's always relatable.
And it's relatable. But this project, I was like, did you write this shit in a coloring? Like, this is crazy. Like,
well, on the other side of the world, right? Kendrick dropped a new single and a new video.
I wish you had
pair.
a goat noise.
Yeah, Kendrick dropped the Heart Part 5.
I watched the video before I listened to it, so I watched it together. I watched and listened at the same time, right? Obviously. But that shit gave me chills. Like, at the end, I was like, damn, this is... I don't know why it hit so hard. Like, I didn't expect to see the faces and then you see the faces and like and then the lyrics, and I'm like, damn, like especially when Nipsey came up, I'm like, nah, this is fire, bro. That shit was fire.
See, it was the opposite for me. I was at work and I was listening to it first. I had my phone on locked, and I was listening to the song first, and I was like, okay, I was bumping it. I was like, all right, this is a deep one. I was like, but it's in my head, I was like, this not my favorite heart. Like I already felt it. I was like, this not my favorite heart. And I don't know if y'all are familiar with all the hearts, but the heart 2 is my favorite. You feel me?
I just told him that in the car.
I was listening when you said that.
I'm gonna listen to him all back.
But when I watched the video, I was like, it wasn't meant to, it was meant exactly how he put it out. It was meant as like a full video. Art form. Yeah. Like
and that's what I said when I first seen it. I was like, all right, this lyrically, it might not be my favorite, but the visual is like,
it made it more powerful.
It's like, yo, you could put that shit in a museum.
He still told a good story.
And he told a good to tell the Nipsey part is what got me. To tell the perspective of what Nipsey could possibly be saying, like from beyond the grave, like
the audacity though. I mean, it was amazing, but I'm like, this nigga got some balls, bro. Because to me, when I first saw it, I was like, damn, this feels weird.
Not a lot of people could do that.
No, not a lot. But it felt weird to me at first. I was like, ooh, this is kind of it's a little too touching.
To me, it was like when I heard it, when I was listening to it, I don't know if what I want to say is the lyrics. I was like, I know he's talking about Nipsey before.
Oh, you knew from jump.
Like I knew, like I knew from based off of what he was saying. Like in the verse, I was like, he's talking about Nipsey.
So you heard it,
and then I looked.
Video.
I think I wasn't paying attention. It was like it was on, but I wasn't paying attention. And I was like, this is Nipsey. I
was
looked
probably
down.
driving.
It was Nipsey. I was like, oh shoot.
Because when I saw Kobe, I got kind of confused. I was like, all right, Kobe popped up.
Jesse Smollett. Whatever.
Yeah.
Kanye.
OJ Simpson.
Yeah.
OJ.
Will Smith.
He spoke about every person that was in it. He spoke about
how,
but
in his perspective though.
In his perspective, he talked about being a black man driving a bulletproof Range Rover. That was he drove a Bronco, but same OJ Simpson. Oh. And then he talked about being a bipolar aspect. Jesse Smollett.
Yeah.
I mean, not just Smollett, Kanye West. And then he talked about wanting to be a part of the revolution. That was Juicy Smollett.
Yeah. And paying your own paying someone with the same skin as you to do the job. That's also a Smollett reference because he paid the 2 Nigerian dudes to beat up beat him up.
And then they say that's a mental health thing. That was Will Smith.
Yeah, and then he was
hurt people.
I need a hug. That was Will Smith. And then he spoke. I forgot what he said about the Kobe aspect. I forgot what he said about the Kobe thing.
I didn't hear anything about Kobe. I watched it a bunch of times. I was trying to figure it out.
It was something that
because it seems like Kobe came when he started doing the Nip verse.
It might have been an LA thing.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying. But then the Nipsey verse came on, and then with the Nipsey verse, he shouted out his brother. He said, "Make sure my kids watch my interviews. Make sure, you know what I'm saying." And to the person that, to the person that died, then this is why I feel like people would have been like, "We don't know."
Yeah.
But to the person that died, just know that if you're forgiven, but your soul is in question. Like, yeah.
Or like, I saw pain in your eyes.
Yeah, I
think he's just speaking from how he feels about the culture in general.
Yeah.
And he just plugged himself in and, could possibly. But it was still a powerful song.
Yeah, and I continue what you were saying. Like, that's what I guess I came to that conclusion today. It's like he was talking about the culture and basically what we say the culture is, and we're glorifying it, right? But the culture killed, one of our leaders, and we still glorifying this thing, and it's going to keep repeating, type thing. So he's like, yo, if the culture is pain, fuck the culture, But
it kind of gives you a glimpse as to what the album is going to be. I think it's going to be on some really talking about the state of hip hop or just the state of culture in general and calling out all the hypocrites, calling out all that shit. Like now
I think he's going to call out a lot.
Yeah, I think he's going to go crazy. I think he's going to go crazy. I'm actually super excited.
He enjoys calling shit out, bro.
Yeah, he do.
He enjoys that shit.
I got chills now.
Yeah.
He calls shit out and disappear. I like that.
I realize
he like Batman.
He be like, let me see what you got now. Right.
He Batman. He fuck shit up and leave. That's how I like.
I realize also like, yo, he really can do both. He can be educational, like, and he could also make a hit. Like, it's like I was trying to think, like, there's people who only listen to drill club shit. But
Yeah.
they still got respect for Kendrick.
Yeah.
Like even if you don't like, you're not like a diehard Kendrick fan or whatever, you can still respect.
But you know what gets me? A lot of people's like, oh, I like ratchet music. I don't really listen to this Kendrick shit. But Future got a record with Kendrick.
Yeah,
There's a
Kendrick
lot-
feature is different though.
Yeah, I mean, but
Cause he could go on any track and fit in.
hey,
Bro,
but
features, yo, niggas like Kendrick on features is crazy.
that's what I'm saying. Like you got to have some type of respect from that side in order for them to do that.
Yeah, for sure. And he's the biggest artist in the world.
That's a fact.
So if you have him on a song, you know that song's gonna get plays. Last thing I want to say though
He's a fucking goat.
is I forgot how much Kendrick, like I remember I was talking on the last show or one of the shows we were talking about Kendrick, and I was like, this project better be good because he took 5 years off. I forgot that this nigga literally paints masterpieces as like albums. So like all his albums, he puts so much thought into his shit that if you think about Good Kid, Mad City, that shit was like a movie. Like
Yeah, I
you
know.
feel like you're watching a movie.
That's
I was
my
there for
goal.
that.
Classic.
Mhm.
Two Pimp a Butterfly. That shit was like a fucking novel.
Yep.
Beautiful. Damn. Like a fucking movie.
Yep.
Fire. And Two Pimp a Butterfly, people were like, all right, this was cool, but it's not palatable to like the masses because it was so deep. It was so
deep, yeah.
condensed. And then he put out Damn. Radio hits. He got songs with Rihanna. He got, you feel me? Like,
What is Untitled considered? A LP, a EP, or what?
nah, that's what he dropped after Damn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like
It's like an EP, I think.
I say it's an EP. It's like throwaways that he didn't put out.
Yeah.
Sure, it was
Yeah.
after Damn. I think it was after Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah, it's a Pimp
Yeah,
a Butterfly.
Pimp a Butterfly,
Yeah.
Before damn.
Before them. There you go.
Yeah. I
But-
think it's gonna be a great album.
Yeah, me too.
You think we're gonna
I'm
get
excited.
to Pimp a Butterfly kind of album, a damn kind of album?
I think it's gonna be a mixture.
I think it's gonna be different.
It might be different. Yeah.
None of his
Different from
albums.
everything, right?
Yeah.
None of his albums have been.
He's right,
Section
yeah.
80 don't sound like Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah.
Good Kid, Mad City don't sound like Pimp a Butterfly. Pimp a Butterfly